Hello everyone and welcome back to Coach Craig's Sports. Today is Sunday, April 17th, and this is the MLB DFS video for today. So in today's video, we're going to be taking a quick little recap of yesterday's picks, seeing how they turned out, talking about my core plays for today, then taking a peek at my article and the top GPP stacks for today's FanDuel main slate as well. But before we get started, obviously it is Easter Sunday, so I want to wish each and every one of you a happy Easter. Hopefully you are able to spend some time with your family and your loved ones and enjoy the day. So maybe don't play as much DFS today. Spend some time with the people that you do care about. But getting back into the DFS, we have the recap of yesterday's picks. We got Jameson Taillon at pitcher, $8,600. Ended up with 14 points, so he ended up being a mess yesterday. Kind of unfortunate there. Then we have Paul Goldschmidt, $3,700. Had a pretty good track record against Adrian Hauser, but went 0 for 4 yesterday, so he had 0 points. He was a mess as well. And then we had Corey Seager. Been playing reasonably well and had a pretty good track record against Noah Syndergaard. Just didn't get there yesterday, 3.5 points, so we gave him a push. He wasn't the worst in the world, but definitely could have been a lot better. And then we had Keston here at $2,200. Kind of that cheap play, just kind of hoping he did a little bit of something, and he went over 3 yesterday, so he had 0 points and he was a miss. And then last but not least was the pivot to Dylan Carlson after Christian Yelich was announced that he was not starting. So Carlson was $3,400. Got us 3 points. He was a push since he didn't get 0, but not a good day by any means either. So overall, a very, very poor day. You're going to have that sometimes at MLB DFS. They're going to have these bad days. There might be multiple bad days in a row, but you just got to hope that the good days are better than the bad days, because in MLB, it's a little bit closer to 50-50 than it is in some other sports. But with that being said, we'll get moved over to the core picks for today. So we're going to start off the pitcher position. We got Alek Manoah, who is the second highest priced pitcher on the slate. Had a very good start his first time out. Goes against the Oakland A's today. He doesn't have a track record against most of the guys on the A's, so probably a matchup that does favor him overall. Granted, the A's hitters are relatively young as well and kind of inexperienced at this point in time. Then we move down to first base with Rhys Hoskins, $3,400, starting to hit the ball just a little bit better. And he is 4 for 9 with 2 home runs against Eliezer Hernandez, who is starting today for the Marlins. So it could be a matchup that favors Rhys Hoskins once again. Then we move down to second base with Luis Arraez. You could also play him at third base if you really want to, $2,800. Been decent so far this season. Can't really complain in that regards. He's 2 for 6 with 1 home run against Michael Wacha, so it could be a favorable matchup for him today. And as much as I don't like Luis Arraez, definitely looks like a decent play on today's slate overall. Then we move from one of my least favorite players in the majors to one of my favorite players in the majors in Jake Marisnick. Kind of a long backstory to that, so we're not going to get into it, but he's on the Pirates, who are my second favorite team at this point in time. And he's $2,300, so a cheap price tag there. Definitely a pay down spot if you want to go there. Every game he started so far this year, he's had at least 1 hit, and he's had at least 6 points, so definitely a guy that's not going to kill you overall at this point in time. He's 4 for 5 against Patrick Corbin, who is starting today for the Washington Nationals. So could be a nice little day for Jake Marisnick. Offers a little bit of power speed upside as well if he gets going in that regard. And then last but not least, we have Shohei Ohtani, $4,300. Really been killing the ball lately, so just kind of going to jump on that hot streak there. And he's going against Martin Perez today. He is 3 for 8 versus him in his career. He does not have a home run off him, so that might be something to look out for. But with that being said, if you go with these 5 players that I do have listed here, you have $12,200 remaining, just over $3,000 per player. There's some decent values out there today. Be sure to check out my article, the cheat sheet as well, to get some of those guys that are cheaper or close to that $3,000 price tag. But with that being said, we'll move over to that article real briefly, where we're going to talk about the top GPP stacks for the day. So I do have the Minnesota Twins going against Michael Wacha. Not really a pitcher that scares me at this point in time. At one point in time, he was a decent pitcher. Just hasn't been that great lately. A lot of these Twins hitters do actually have pretty good history versus him as well. Then we have the Chicago White Sox, my favorite team. They're going against Tampa Bay. They're expected to start J.P. Firehausen, and then it looks like Tommy Romero is supposed to come in after him. So not a lot of experience there. Definitely a team that they could do pretty well against today. We have the Toronto Blue Jays going against the Oakland A's. And it looks like Adam Oller is pitching for the A's today, a guy that doesn't really have a lot of experience and did not pitch as well the first time out. And then last but not least, we have the New York Mets going against Humberto Castellanos for the Diamondbacks. Yeah, they had a little bit of success at times last year, but then other times it was not very good either. So kind of hit or miss there, but interested in some of those Mets players today. If you look at my cheat sheet real quick, you'll see quite a bit of Phillies in there as well. They don't look too bad, and a couple other teams will probably be popping up as well. But with that being said, this is my Core 5 and GPP Stacks for today, April 17th. As always, if you have any questions related to MLB DFS, be sure to leave them down in the comments below and I'll get back to you as quickly as possible. I'll also be leaving the link to that cheat sheet as well. And then also be sure to let me know your favorite play on today's slate. Might be one of the Core 5 that I have here. Might be somebody from my top GPP stacks. Might be a completely different player that you guys think I missed. Definitely interested in hearing what you have to say. But with that being said, if you are new to my channel, please consider subscribing. Definitely would appreciate it. It helps to build the community that we're trying to build here at Coach Craig Sports, which is one that's truly for you, the viewers, whether it's MLB, whether it's NBA, whether it's NFL, and now whether it's USFL. So I did put a thread out on Twitter, actually put out two. One was kind of going through a couple different players by position. And then yesterday I went team by team, kind of the price tags, whether you would play them in GPP, cash, or as a dart throw, essentially. So I was very interested in see the first game if you want to take a look at that. So if you want to take a look at that, definitely be sure to check out my Twitter at CoachCraigSports. There is the 3-game slate today, so if you want to get a little bit of USFL DF action going, definitely be sure to check that out. And then in the future, I will be looking at doing videos for the USFL DFS as well. And then with that being said, if you are a newer current subscriber who's yet to do so, also be sure to hit that notification bell down below. It's going to let you know every single time I post up a new video. Like I've been saying, I post up daily MLB DFS videos just like this. But with that being said, that's all I have for today's video. Hopefully you all enjoyed. And then last but not least, special shout out to each and every one of you watching today's video. I truly do appreciate you taking the time out of your day to watch this video. Definitely means a lot to me, and I hope each and every one of you has a great rest of your day.